I dedicated this podcast to independent artists. I want to give you guys a straight look in the industry, man. Also want to highlight people behind the music scene, business side. When people see people behind the scenes, they don't know who that is. Yo, what's going on, man? Inkz to go, aka Mr. B. Now on Who's That Podcast, we got my dog, no other, man. DJ Sleek, man. What's going on, man?
What's going
on, man? I appreciate you coming in, man.
Appreciate you reaching out.
For sure, man. I just really wanted to shine a light on people. Again, Who's That Podcast is designed for people that's behind the scenes. I want to put a spotlight on people that maybe you don't know if you bumped into them. So my goal is to shine a light on them and just acknowledge them, man, and give them their flowers. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I set the podcast up. If you don't know DJ Sleep, you about to learn today, right? So just want to get into it, man. For people who's not as familiar with you, give us a little bio of yourself.
Oh, man. Well, my name's DJ Sleep Easy. I represent Chesterfield, Virginia. Seafield all day.
Shout out Chesterfield.
Basically, man, I came in the game in 2001 under the legendary, my mentor / my pops, you know what I'm saying, DJ Foot. That's who opened the doors.
DJ Foot. Shout out Foot, man.
You know, he caught me one time out there, you know, trying to being caught up in the streets a little bit. He caught me sitting on the stoop, you know what I'm saying, making a couple of plays, and he was just like, yo, hop in the truck with me. And I rode, and we went to the VCU block party. And this was when, this is like 01, so Olivia had just came out.
Sheesh, yeah.
You know what I mean? She had the song Laundromat, you know what I mean? Her, R. Kelly was bringing her out there.
Yeah.
And basically, I was just like, fascinated with the whole situation. I got the VIP treatment. I'm chilling. I'm like, then at the end of the night, on our way back, you know, we conversated, get out in his pocket, was like, yo, here. Gave me a few dollars, you know what I'm saying? I was like, huh? He's like, yeah, man, that's for helping me out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, word? So I'm sitting here, I'm looking at it, you know, back then, you know, like I said, I was a worker. When I was coming to the streets, I ain't gonna sit here and be like, I was the plug and moving, you know what I'm saying? I'm the cat on the block, man. I got the Knicks, I got the dimes, I got the dubs, you know what I'm saying?
For
Somebody gotta be, you know, be the breakdown person. So, you know, and I'm looking at it, you know, like I said, I was selling green and I'm like, I made it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's moving faster than, you know what I'm saying?
For sure, most likely.
So all to say, I was just like the little kid in the neighborhood. You open that door that one time, and I'm over there every day. We lived in the same neighborhood. Never knew who he was for real, but I used to always listen to him.
Was he working for the radio back then?
Yeah, he was actually on Magic 99 then.
Oh,
you know
shit.
what I'm saying? And I used to always, I mean, you know, coming up in school, playing football, I used to always listen to the DJ mix.
Yeah.
I used to, you know, get my tape net together, you know, boom, you know, you get that little drag gap because you got to flip the tape over to get the second half of it. So, you know, I used to record him. Didn't never know that he lived the whole time. He lived across, like, directly across the street. As soon as I opened my door, you can see his apartment across the way. And basically from there, man, it was just up, you know, taught me to be a straight equipment manager. I'm the dude, bring the speakers in, I don't touch nothing, just bring everything in. I'm good. Then after that, it was just, you know, I was like, yo, I want to learn how to hook this stuff up. You know what I'm saying? So he taught me, like, I can take a whole amp rack and break it all the way down, put it all back together. Then it's just like, after that, it was like, man, I want to get on the mic. So I started being the host. So that's how I got my mic game up, just hosting, he DJing, I'm hosting and everything. We turning up. Then 2003, that's when I was like, you know what? I want to DJ. You know what I'm saying? And he gave me my first, you know, all my DJs out there, they understand this part. He gave me my first set, man. I had 2 Gemini 10s, CDJs. This is like the CDJs.
This DJ talk for y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all don't know what it's DJ talk right now.
And I had a 2-channel American DJ mixer. And I mean, the coffin probably like this big. So I'm coming in like a backgammon suitcase type.
Yeah, facts.
But so I started off with that. The only thing you could do on these things was pause and play. And like they give me my flowers because like all the, like you look at the equipment now, you see like a lot of DJs, they pushing all these different, like the pads.
Yeah.
I was doing that back then.
I didn't even know they had the pad joint.
No, we didn't. It wasn't. Only thing on these players, only thing these CD players can do was pause and play.
Gotcha.
That's it. So while I was playing, I was tapping the pause button, which is actually the cue button, and I heard a little dent. So then I was like double tapping. So I'm hitting the button, but it sounds like I'm scratching. You know what I'm saying? and then I just hit play real fast to drop in and just and then as the game elevated, you know what I'm saying, it just came. So a lot of cats like, yo, there ain't nobody rocking no J's like sleep. That's basically how I came up, and it's like. And for all my folks in the 804 era, you know, for our history, you know what I'm saying, the game. Then I'm talking, I'm the new guy. It's nothing but heavyweights. You got, like I said, Foot in his prime. They stood in their prime. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you got Foot taking over, runs the whole Tri-City. You got Drake in Richmond. You got Lonnie B in Richmond. You got DJ DNS. You got Sir RJ doing his thing. You had King Tuck. He had the whole 434 on lock. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was no party. There's no other DJ in 434 in this era. Every single event, people cancel their parties. Damn. Due to his availability down there. Like, yo, I'm not throwing a party. You know, then, you know what I'm saying? They not coming to, when you're in 434, that Emporia area, that Lawrenceville, South Hill and all of that. It's like, yo, you ain't got touch, man. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? We ain't pulling up at the time. So, you know, and there's many others. Mark, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Shorty, you know, he was up. You had Old School Smooth. It was a lot of DJs, but everybody was winning. Yeah. And I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm a DJ, but I'm under the umbrella, which was really, really paved the way for him. Not
to cut you off, but that's a prevalent time in Virginia history. If you're not from Virginia, you might not know, but this is a prevalent time. He named a lot of heavyweights in Virginia right now. How do you think all those people was able to work? Like, because it was so many people at one more time. How was able to work like that?
It's pretty more. It was just like the market was just. It was just crazy. Like at the time, you know, money was green, you know, it was there for everybody. So, I mean, you're going to have your negative energy, you know, people hating on like, hey, man, why I ain't get that gig? Or, you know what I'm saying, man, give me more money. They paying him such and such. People count each other's pockets. But at the same time, nobody stepped on anybody's toes as in, I didn't come in saying like you DJing at one club, and then of course I ain't doing that, so I'm walking in. I didn't come in the club and I'm backdooring talking to the owner. You know what I'm saying? Basically, what everybody was doing was okay. Like you might be like Mark. Mark was like big in Club Boss. You know what I'm saying? And you like, okay, you got Sundays, all right. I'm gonna turn up Thursdays. Yeah, I think, you know, it wasn't that well they doing Sundays. We could do Sundays over here too. It wasn't like what's going on now in the industry. Everybody was like, okay, he got that. So I mean, you back then we partied from Wednesday to Sunday like it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing back then. You know, like we had the spot called the NCO Club, which we got the reunion next week. Basically, which is a club on the Fort Lee Army base, and we own Fridays. Like there's like the history of the building, of course, being on a military base. Like my mom used to go there, you know what I'm saying? But we took it, Foot Clan DJs, you know what I'm saying? We took it to a whole nother level, like no other. It was four. Well, at the time when we first started, it was 3 rooms. You had the old school lounge, you had the reggae room, and then you had the bar room, which was the hip hop room where me and Foot played at, and we just elevated to the point where it used to be like every other week. We used to rotate. Like I said, one of my other mentors, DJ Dr. Smooth, used to rotate Fridays. Like we had the first and third Fridays. They had the second and fourth. And then we just elevated to the point that they gave us the whole club. But Smooth had went to other endeavors. I don't want to feel like we cut him off. No, he had made a major business move for himself, and then we end up getting every Friday. And at this time, this is when we had the radio station. Remember, Hot 993. So you know, the Foot was doing the 10 o'clock beatdown. That was his mix at 10 o'clock. So I used to open up for him, get everything going. Then he'll come in, and we just took it to a whole nother level where actually it's like the only club I can really, really say that the entire Central Virginia was in there all at one time. From Glen Allen to, like I was saying, all the way down to the 434, we're all in this one building. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not gonna let that go over your heads. Again, if you're not from Virginia, you might not know, but to get all those people in one place from different sides of the city, from different sides of the town, that's super major, because you know people from one side might not mess with another side, so they're not gonna go party with them. But to put all those people at one place, that's crazy, man. And so how was the artist community? Was the artists like working together too? How was that?
The music scene was popping in. You know what I'm saying? You had, like I said, Richmond, you had the Super Friends, you know what I'm saying, with Danger Mouth, Lonnie and Skills, you know what I'm saying? And then we had our boys, Elias and the Bird, you know what I'm saying? You had Heavyweight, they was popping hard. Get It Boys, they was turned, you know what I'm saying? And then everybody was really, really moving. Like we had Tyra B on the R&B tip, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, everybody at this time, you know, D'Angelo in his prime, you know, coming out the city,
killing it.
You know what I mean? He got the ladies on lock, you know what I mean? So it's like everything was moving, you know what I'm saying? The machine running, you know what I mean? So it's and then they was collabing together too, you know what I'm saying? Super Friends had a major record, and then they remixed it with the Elias, you know what I'm saying? Then the Elias, like the group kind of changed, so they changed the name to the 804 Boys. That was like the beginning of Trey's career.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Then they ended up collabing with Big Giddy and all of them, you know. So you had Cut Fam, you know what I'm saying? He was doing this thing. It was a lot of artists that actually had, you know, Red Rum, can't forget about Rum. Rum had like the radio on Smash as any artist in the market. He had the song Dunk.
Shout out
he had a couple singles on there. He was going heavy. It was like the scene was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And there was no hating. Like nobody was better than the other. You know what I'm saying? And and then at the time I was working with Doe the Paperboy at the time.
Okay.
So you know we had made history in the city because we was the first independent artist to sell out the National. You know what I'm saying? No headliner, no nothing, just all openers. Then you had P Nice, you know what I'm saying, who goes by the name Ugly Money Nietzsche. You know,
shout out Ugly Money, man.
Yeah, me and him, we talk to this day every day, you know what I'm saying? And then as the years grew, I mean, after that, you know, when it started getting young, that's when J. Roddy Rod comes, you know what I'm saying, Ruin.
So let me ask you, bro, because it seemed like people was actually working together then.
Yeah.
Where did it go? Not left, but you know, like now people don't work together. Like that. I think it's starting to come back around.
It's definitely coming back around.
But after that period, it was like it just kind of like went that way. What do you think changed between that time and the time after that?
What's crazy is when this happened, I was actually doing a bid, so I kind of like came home to it.
Oh, okay.
But like, I guess it was that. I mean, what I feel like it was that gap.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I didn't have a young protege under me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was still the young protege. You know what I mean? Because everybody was still on the scene. So I really feel like that's where the gap kind of so people started coming in on, you know, technology of the game. I really blame it on that too. Yeah. When it comes now, DJ, everybody's a DJ. You know what I'm saying? They go in there, like today's back controller, you know, shout out to the video game DJ Hero. You know what I'm saying? Kind of tricked everything up. But, you know what I'm saying? So everybody started picking up that equipment. Then it's like, if you notice, the mixtape era kind of faded with the DJ hosting. Normally it used to be, so it's kind of like the artists felt like they can do it on their own. I don't need no DJ. I ain't paying no DJ thousands of dollars.
And I can see where that would go, because if I feel like I don't need that, then I'm not even going to invest into that. I'm not even going to look to work with you if I feel like I don't need you.
Exactly. So it kind of transformed like out the blue. It wasn't, I don't think nobody can really pinpoint the startup of it. It was like almost like a dream. You just wake up like, you know what I'm saying? Like one of them jokes, you feel like you fall, and then it's like, oh, get up, and it's just boom. This is what it is now. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I think it's like, you know, it's a trial and error in the industry as a whole. You know what I'm saying? It's not just our market. You know what I'm saying? It's just the industry as a whole. I mean, even in the movie industry, you know what I'm saying? You started seeing more independent films started coming out more than the blockbuster hits. You know, you got the DVDs, everybody.
Blockbuster fucking around closed down.
Exactly. So, you know, it's like DVD gang cutting, you know, all of that. So it was I just, to me, you know what I'm saying, my opinion, it was something that was like a entertainment pandemic, you know what I'm saying? So,
I think you made a great point technology helped and hindered us because
Right.
when technology came, I didn't need to really go talk to a DJ.
Right.
I could get it popping myself from my living room.
Right.
But it took away the social part of that.
Exactly.
Because if I didn't have the social media, I had to go out to the club, meet
Right.
the DJ. I got to build a relationship up.
Mhm.
So I got to work with you at that
Facts.
point. You know what I'm saying? When technology came in, it was like that gap you saying. Because now I can sit in the crib and just do everything from my house. I can get popping on my own. I really don't need a DJ or radio, nobody to vouch for me.
Right. And then you sit up there like, yo, don't nobody show love. Don't nobody, you know what I'm saying? That's like, ain't nobody supporting me, this, that, and the third. But really, you're not supporting yourself. Like a lot of artists I worked with at the time, you know what I'm saying, when the funds was good. Yeah. And and one thing I always tell artists is, how you gonna have somebody invest in you when you ain't even got this? You're not even confident to invest in yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about this.
You know what I mean? So you gonna go up to man or woman, you know what I'm saying, and be like, yo, man, I'm hot, I'm it, this, that, and the third. Man, you should, you know they got the bread, but it's like, put your money behind me. And then they looking at you like, okay, but you ain't putting your own money up. Yeah. You call yourself investing by going by Jordans. You call yourself investing trying to keep up with the jewelry, the looks. And what I tell everybody is, you're following the wind, not the grind. All that, when you see these artists, they got the jewelry on, they driving the big cars and, you know what I'm saying, flexing and all that, or in these Airbnbs, or some of them do have these big houses. That's the wind. You know what I'm saying? Not the grind, you know what I'm saying? The grind is when you got like the old video with Yo Gotti and Waffle House. Man, F you DJs, y'all ain't gotta play my shit, you know what I'm saying? It's you know what I'm saying, the streets gonna fun with me, the streets gonna love. That was the grind then. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been rocking with CMG since, you know what I'm saying, like I got a picture with Gotti. He got on a red Bar Marley t-shirt on. And back then, remember the whole video game Def Jam Vendetta? He got like a Def Jam Vendetta, but it was like, said something else like raps in that same little splat, like paint, like some almost like the Yo MTV Raps logo. Yeah. Charm on and a Bar Marley charm on. But that was it. This is before the white cars all pull up on the flatbeds and you know what I'm saying? But he grind. But back then, you didn't see it. Like you were able to see it on social media, but the artists now don't show it. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a big part in just like you said, the whole persona thing. Like you talking about Yo Gotti, that's an artist that put in 20 years damn near. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big thing. But artists nowadays, they don't get a chance to see that. They only get to see the last 2-3 years.
Exactly.
But that's after 20 years of grinding.
Right. But the thing is, they do get to see it. They just don't pay attention to it then. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a couple of young artists now, you know, they throwing up their videos on YouTube. They in, you know what I'm saying? They looking dirty. Like, it's an old picture of with P and the Migos. Yeah. They was like, I think it was like a block party or something with Gucci. Yeah. And you see them Jabot jeans and white tees on. Yeah, I remember. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Posted up. You know, to them back then, it's like they was looking dingy. You know what I'm saying? But that's when they was getting dirty, getting in the grind mode. Don't nobody pay attention to that, but they see now with the lavish of the designers and everything.
I think a big thing is artists, they think people won't respect them if they look like that because they trying to get people attention. So they like, how I'm going to get people attention if he's shining, he like this, and I got a dirty T-shirt on. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing about it is, my movement, it's always about the grind. You know what I'm saying? I never follow the trends. And you know what I'm saying? I never been with the antics or anything. Jada could say that a long time ago, man. Hard work beats talent every time.
Anytime.
You know? Every time. Don't care how talented y'all, you don't put the work in, man. You ain't gonna get those goals. You know what I'm
What's
saying?
some advice that you think you could give artists with that? Like, how do I not pay attention and go with the wind and just stay true to my? I mean, I think that's a character thing, but how do just some advice for somebody that's young and they kind of impressionable? How can
believe in yourself?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe in myself every day. You see me, I'm on the grind. One minute I'm in my trucks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Moving that. And then right after it's like I just got off like a couple of hours ago. You know what I'm saying? Boom, now we here. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to the club, you know what I mean? And on that work. But I'm a trendsetter. You know what I'm saying? And And that's the whole thing, is because I believe in myself. And when people see that, it's going to draw. Your work ethic would pull certain people.
The people you want anyway.
And the people that you really need.
Yeah.
Like when you go to a showcase, everybody's going to come in there with their flyers gear on. Everybody's going, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got that attitude, that mug look on them. Like, yo, I got the hottest record. Some of them be like, yo, this ain't it for you. But, you know, there's some of them be like, they might be hot. Yeah. But what they lack at is, guess what? You ain't got no promo. You know what I'm saying? So you got to separate yourself. Okay, yeah, you might look fly, but guess what, man? I got 100 posters in here. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, why? So look, I ain't gonna lie, right? So coming up, I didn't really experience that flyer game until I kind of went south by Southwest, Atlanta, you know, Florida. I didn't really experience the flyer thing up north like that. I mean, New York back in the day, Def
for the
Jam
parties,
and all that, we know that. But I didn't live in New York, so I didn't get a chance to experience that. Why don't more artists do that nowadays? Is it because the internet? They're like, I don't really need to do that.
Internet. Okay. Yeah, it's really the internet, which is a very, very major tool in the game, in the industry now. But everybody's not on Facebook. Yeah. Everybody's not on Snapchat. Everybody's not on Instagram, TikTok, vice versa. So, and then those platforms, the main thing is you got to know your target market. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So those platforms might not be aiming at your target market, which is really the reason why you're not getting the likes or the follows or the comments or anything like that. But if you kind of know who your target market is, you know what I'm saying, guess what? You could take that flyer, and if you got like more of the suburbs, urban, you know, mixed, more of a, you know, like a, who I say, like a Tech 9 or something like that.
Shout out Tech 9.
You know what I'm saying? Then, but you can go in that area. Yeah. But it's hard to get on that computer and be like, yo, they tell you to pick certain artists and stuff like that, but still, to really shake somebody's hand, hey, man, check me out, follow me, Google me. It's way more personal. And they see, and guess what? They respect it. Like, you know what? Let me see what's up, man. The man presentation was awesome. Let me look at it. It's just like somebody trying to sell you a, one of them things, basically anything, you know what I'm saying, try to get you involved, try to sell your car. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, the presentation was like, oh man, yeah, maybe got this, I can work this, I can do that. Yeah. And then it's like, you know what, Johnny, run my credit and see what happened. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I feel like that's how they sell you anyway. They shake your hand, you get a chance to sit in once you're sitting in the car, it's pretty much it from there. You get a experience just like the people in the mall. Right. When they got the little joint, like, try this. Yeah. Like, nah, I'm good. They not try. They force it on you. Once you get it, you like, I'm gonna get it anyway.
And that's the same way you walking up and say you got your cell phone. Like, look, man, check me out, and you playing, and you know, play your record right there. It's the same thing. Like, you sit in the car, I'm gonna play my record. Oh, word, this is man. Follow me. I'm on iTunes, Tidal, all platforms available. So you gave them that little sample. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Now they get a chance. You know what, man? I wonder what that joint sound like. In a sound system, in a real nice sound system. You know what I mean? Now they play it in their car. You got all the speakers thumping, this, that, and third. You really can feel the music. And so it's like that relationship, that's what's hurting a lot of artists, is like you were saying earlier when they was sitting in the living room on the couch. Now they don't know how to approach. Yeah. Because they didn't learn it at a young age. Now you've been in the game, you might, even if you started young, 17, now you like 5-6 years in the game, here it is, you about to graduate college, or you at that 21 age, now you can get in the clubs and party and mingle, but you don't know how to approach that DJ. Yeah. Because those 5 years, you never had to really walk on it. Right. Yeah. So it's like, you feel like somebody owe you something. Yeah. Nobody in this game owe anybody anything. You know what I'm saying? That's a key point. Nobody. Like, Foot don't owe me nothing. You know what I'm saying? I can easily come out and be like, yo, I owe him the world. But you know what I'm saying, for the opportunity. But at the end of the day, a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying, I grind on my own. Like, you know what I'm saying? We work together, you know what I'm saying? So I know your work after, you know, mine. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, shout out the money making campaign, that, you know what I'm saying, for uniting all us together, you know what I mean? So, and that was a movement, you know what I mean? So basically, it's just, your work gonna speak for yourself eventually. This is like the way people work the internet. You're constantly seeing it, seeing. As long as you stay consistent, man, and if it's meant to be, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think the work ethic thing is pretty big. I just think this generation behind us, they seen people make it without that. Well, not really out there, but from their eyes, they
exactly.
seen it without that. They don't really know what happened in that person's life.
10 years later,
you know what I'm saying?
An old video.
But you see somebody that's 18, 19, they blew up in their living room by just posting that video. So they're like, why the hell I'm going to go outside and hang up posters and all this when this dude did it from his bedroom?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think the internet is really the cause for a lot of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to work ethic.
Because you got work from home jobs. You know what I'm saying? They sitting there in PJs. You know, you might talking about your cell phone bill. You know, so it definitely kind of separated everybody. So then that's why it's so much. I feel like it's so much of the people not rough with rubbing the elbows because it's like I don't know what he about. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He don't know what I'm about, or you know what I'm saying, and then, or you know what I'm saying, he might be on something else. You know, it's just they got this negative. It's like everybody thinks everybody's against each other, and the whole time that person that you know what I'm saying, you extending yourself from could be like that could be your whole plug right there. You know what I'm saying? That could be your blessings for those. You know what I mean? So, but nah, man, I grind for every little thing, like I was saying, like I said, I was in the area, all these cats doing it, and I'm sitting here. I made sure that while Foot was on his set and I can get away, I'm seeing certain promoters. I'm giving them my business card. Like, yeah, bro, I got you, man. I'm going to give you an opportunity. I don't have a problem picking up the phone and call a stranger and be like, hey, man, what's up, man? I see you got an event coming up. You know, possibly how can I get in? Is there opportunities or whatever? That type of networking, like networking is like a major key in this game because
super key.
Because nobody know you if you quiet in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna pay attention to you.
You gotta talk, man. You gotta talk.
So it's it's just basically, man, you gotta show people that you own it. And eventually somebody's gonna pay attention and grab you.
Yo, question. So how did you go from working with Foot to on the road? Because when I met you, I didn't meet you in that era. I met you in that era when you was already kind of moving and on the road, Rich the Kid in Atlanta a lot. How did you go from the Foot era to that era?
Man, well, shout out to my little bro, Rich the Kid. Basically, I ended up linking up with I reached out and I seen 2 Official on social media.
Yeah,
me and him had
shout out to Official.
Facts. And I reached out to him, and he was, and it just happened to be at the verge of him creating the QC DJs. Yeah. And I was like, word, and he was like, yeah, man, he coming back, and he's, 2 Official been out here, he used to work with Rum, you know what I'm saying, in his history part, and he was trying to put a division together up here in VA. So I was like, all right, bet, let's do it, you know what I'm saying, and so basically, we was pushing like Migos, at first, and then Rich music is like really in the cut. Like there's no Rich at all. It's all Migos. Rich had been on a couple features, but there's no Rich the Kid. Yeah, man, straight Migos, and it's like 2 took faith into like, yo, come on, young, pick them up, and they started doing things, and then I Don't Get Crazy record comes out. I'm like, yo, this joint right here, hot. This the one. And I just took upon myself, got the team together. Like, yo, this ain't really the project we supposed to be slinging right now, but move this around. You know what I'm saying? And there it just like Rich, they got the braid, like the budgets together and stuff, and all of a sudden you start hearing it on the radio, and my other partner of mine's Finch, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Finch, you know what I mean? He was like, yo, I'm gonna book Rich the Kid. And you know what I'm saying? He booked him, he did the show up here, and you know what I'm saying? And it was just, we just kind of clicked from there, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to my management too, Penelope back there.
Shout out.
She's like, with the art, when it comes to her and the artist, it's like she builds this motherly love. She gives them this motherly love on the road, away from home. It's like, okay, I'm not around my mom, but I know I'm good because I'm under Penelope. You know what I'm saying? So she really took him under the wing. Like, that was like the son she never had. You know what I'm saying? And,
for sure.
And then basically I went in, you know what I'm saying? I had to do a small little bid, and she just took off with it running. Like, yo, she had the whole team together. She's went from just being the manager behind the scenes. Like this is her first time coming to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? She went to the forefront and just really like kept things rocking. Boom, they moving rich bubbling. I'm like, I'm hearing, I'm in behind the walls. I'm hearing them. I'm like, word, you know what I'm saying? She give me the updates, and then all of a sudden she's like, yeah, they got some other artists coming from out of Florida. We about to move around. I can't get in contact with such and such. They acting like they don't want, oh, no, use my phone, do it, you know what I'm saying? We was doing all that, like, yo, this my people, make it happen, you know what I'm saying? Boom, Ball Greasy come up here. Now we got Nice and Slow going crazy. And then all of a sudden, like I said, right before I went in, when Rich was really bubbling, that's when my New Orleans brother comes out. I'm like, yo, Moolah. Here goes this young great. I'm like, yo, bruh, this is the record right here. I'm going in, bam, I got Foot on it. I got RJ on it. You know what I'm saying? They working the radio waves. You know what I'm saying? I got all the DJs in the streets. They working the radio waves. We moving from Jack of Spade all the way down to 757. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the homie down there too. And we just moving this record. You know what I'm saying? Then like I said, when I came home, going back to Penelope, she got things popping. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I was like, yo, you know, and like I said, me and Rich, we talked, you know, from time to time while I was behind the walls, and I was just like, yo, see what's up. I need, you know what I'm saying, trying to put my plan, you know, when I get out, I need to try to put my game plan together. She was like, all right. She talked to Rich. Rich was like, yeah, bro, you know what I'm saying? Basically, out of respect, it was only right. Here come the Keep Flexing tour, man. We hitting 30 cities, you know what I'm saying? So now we moving around with that. At the same time, then right behind that, we had Young Greatness, you know what I'm saying? It's always gonna hurt when I say his name. Sure. So that's like a brother, yeah, that's my brother right there, you know what I'm saying? To this day, you know what I'm saying? We communicate with his mom. They talk every day. Like I said, Penelope and his mom talk every day. You know what I'm saying? I talk to him as much as I can as well. But we popping. He getting everything rolling. He trying to get his business aspect going. But that's basically how it came about. You know what I'm saying? Then from there, it was just, you know what I'm saying? It's just been crazy ever since, you know. I mean, like I said, shout out like money making campaign, you know what I'm saying, linking me in with Adventure Music, you know. And been on the road with Chris Gotti, and then we been on our road by myself.
I think a lot of artists don't know about the road life. A lot of people admire that. I've been on the road too. You know what I mean? So it's like, explain that. How is it being on the road? Like the grind and hustle, that's what you need that for. Like you can sit in your room all day, but that road is a different animal. You know what I'm saying? So explain some of the just being on the road, moving around every day.
Official tours. You know what I'm saying? Official tours.
For sure.
It's tough.
Yeah.
You ain't got time for no playing games. No, if you serious about it, the ones I'm talking about, it's like, I'm gonna say we started the tour off in Florida. We was in Tampa. Tampa was the first stop. Then we went to Miami the next day. Then we went to Orlando after that. Then we went to after that, a business move came up. We had left Orlando, drove all the way to New York, which had a business meeting up there, and that's when he recorded New Freezer. You know what I'm saying? So, but the original version is with him and ASAP. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Him and Ferg on the original version. But then we left New York, came back down to Charlotte. Did Charlotte. Then we worked our way all the way up, come around. So basically it's like, when it's time to sleep, you better get some sleep. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And if you got time, it's not the time to be hanging around, lingering, thinking you're gonna sit up in the front of the you know what I'm saying, of the hotels and sniffing at the girls and everything else. Cause guess what? If you doing all that, when it's time to roll, the next city, you might not even have time to get a shower. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That you like yesterday, you know what I'm saying? Because we got radio, we got sound check, this, that, the third, right? The sound check, you got enough time to get back. You might have time to get back to change, or it might just be the main artist got time to get changed. As a DJ, we're the DJ, we're there before the artists even get there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
The responsibility on the DJ, anybody that's not an artist is crazy. Like you basically responsible for other people.
Exactly.
So you really don't have time to be playing. People are on you, especially if it's money being spent on somebody's personal pocket. Right. If it ain't a label really behind it and somebody come out of their pocket, people are serious about that.
Serious.
You know what I'm saying? So somebody like a DJ, an A&R, a producer, if you ain't the artist,
Right.
That shit's tough on you, man.
Facts, man. I'm like, I gotta get there for the sound check. Then it's like, you got, you know what I'm saying? You gotta set up, you gotta make sure the playlist. Then you gotta link back up with the artist because yesterday's playlist might not be today's playlist. You know what I'm saying?
Different city.
Man, every city. I would tell you the way it worked with me and Rich was so crazy was we didn't have a playlist. You know what I'm saying? We just vibe. You know what I mean? He'll just start rocking with the crowd and then like just, you know, you give you little hints and clues. Oh, we going here. You know what I'm saying? All right, now we go back up here. Then he might be like, yo, sleep, drop something. You know what I'm saying? Boom, I just pick a record. You know what I mean? And it's more like, and that's more of my comfort because it's like DJing in the club. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a playlist. I don't know what I'm going to play. I'm not one of the DJs. I don't rehearse sets. You know what I'm saying? I might walk in and the club might have, just say at the time during the setup, they might be playing Mary J. You know what I'm saying? I plug up and then, boom, I'm going to blend in with the Mary, keep the vibe going and go from there and whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever the atmosphere of the universe take us, man, that's where we go. It's like certain, you know what I'm saying, different order, different places. Of course, certain the hits going to get played, but it's just, with me, I never play them the same way every time. Like, yeah. Exactly. So it's just, it's like, it's just the tour life, man. I love it. I love it. I miss it and I love it. I can't wait. We got working on one now. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to get on this road. It's beautiful just to see the country. You know what I'm saying? It's more to it, like for my folks here, since we in VA 804, bro. It's more to it than I-95 and I-85 and 295. You know what I'm saying? It's 64. This world is way bigger. You know what I'm saying? So get a chance to move around.
Most definitely, man. So listen, man, we're going to take a break right quick. Before we take a break, I want to try these rap snacks on camera, though.
Okay.
Sleep, which one you want, man? You want the Max Appeal or you want the Rose one?
Let me get the Max Appeal. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to try them on camera, man. Before we get take a break, we're going to try these on camera. I want to let you know the world what they think. I've been looking at a lot of different rap snacks, man. First, shout out to P and shout out to, who's the other guy? I forgot the other, the person that's that make these.
Oh snap! You know,
I think it's
that back guy. I got the whole bio of Mr. Miller back here on the back of his. You know,
for sure, man. But shout out, I forgot his name, but he's a black man. I know he's James Lindsay. Shout out James Lindsay, man, the president and CEO, and shout out P, man. I think this is a dope thing what they doing. So what I want to do, man, I want to try these on camera before we get into our break, man. Let's see what they see.
What we got here? Okay, I got Barbie Quinn with my honey.
I got sweet chili lemon pepper, man. So let's try these joints, see how they taste.
Fat. Let's see. All right, y'all. Hope y'all make them. Peas, you better be right. You know what I'm saying?
This is good. It's a different taste. Sweet chili, I can actually taste like the different flavors in it, man.
Hey, yo, they got some of these.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, yo, cheese puffs might be hit.
Most definitely, man.
Cheese puffs might be hit.
Shout out Rap Snacks, man. We're going to take a break, man. We'll be right back. Who's That Podcast?
Right.
Yo, welcome back to Who's That Podcast, man. We was talking about, I think we left off with being on the road.
Yeah,
just the work ethic and being on the road.
Yeah, man. Like I said, on that road life, man, you gotta be dedicated, or you can get lost in the sauce for real. You know what I'm saying? And that's to all DJs. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be solid. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the know-how. You know what I'm saying? Because I done had issues on the road. I'm like, oh man, laptop don't want to act right. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to
critical
think
thinking is
it's very key.
Yeah.
Sound, man. Then you got these other venues. They have tech. You know, they might have tech issues. And like I said, with my background, me knowing how the whole sound system works, as a lot of them they don't want to be checked on it.
Yeah, but
you got to have that authority type of this. Nah, bro, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Try this. No, man. Hey, turn down channel 2. This, that. You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of like take over because at the end of the day, that's your platform. Yeah. And you want your presentation to be up to par.
And I ain't gonna lie, like even if it's not the DJ fault, if something going on with the sound, everybody looking at the DJ.
Yeah.
They not looking at the sound man. The sound man not right there. He looking right at DJ.
Exactly.
Like,
that's after about 5 minutes, and they realize like, okay, it ain't the DJ. Then it's like sound man back there, but he already done disappeared trying to fix on whatever. So they don't even know who the man is, you know what I'm saying? But definitely, like, you gotta have the know-how, and you gotta have that. You gotta be on point, man. You gotta be on point.
So what's your because you've been doing this for a minute, bro. What's your motivation? Like, how do you? Because you done already accomplished a lot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Being on the road, working with these different type of people. What's your motivation now to do it?
My daughter. You know what I'm saying? My princess. You know what I'm saying? I do this every day for her. You know what I'm saying? And it's just basically, and I love it, man. It's just being an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I just love it every day, you know what I'm saying? I even had those days. I had those days when you kind of like, feel like I'm falling behind or I'm getting lazy. And, you know, I had those nights when I just sitting, it's just me in the mirror, like just me and myself, you know what I'm saying? Looking in the mirror, reflection of myself, like, yo, bro, you got to tighten up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? You wanted this. You picked this. Ain't nobody forced this in your hand and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and we ain't got to that point yet. We ain't got to that main goal. You know what I'm saying? So, basically, I'm just going to keep going. You know what I'm saying? I just, hey, man, just being creative and just keep moving. That's the whole thing. You know the brand, man. We live in the trap.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Live in the trap for sure. Most definitely, man. You know, we from Virginia. You know, Virginia is up and down, man. But Virginia got so much talent, and we got so many legends from here. But it just seemed like nobody, I ain't gonna say nobody, but a lot of people can't catch that break that they looking for, man. What do you think it's something missing? Like, what's the, and it's not, for real, it's not even just Virginia, because once you start traveling, all the small cities are similar. Like that, There's always an artist that make it out, or always that, like, you got that one big person, but nobody else can actually break that mold, right? So us being from Virginia, what do you, and we from here, so we kind of know the territory. Right. What do you think is missing, like, from the scene?
Respect.
Explain a little. Yeah.
I mean, I know people get crossed up a lot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But when you go to the majors, like, they always try to compare to Atlanta, to New York, LA, is the fact that they respect each other's platform. Like, so when I walk in the office, say I'm in Atlanta, if I walk in the office with the street execs, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, I might be trying to get a situation with them. Yeah. When they speak and present whatever they present, I'm already giving them that respect. You know what I'm saying? But here, there's no one's not, they not doing that. To the people that actually can make moves shake, everybody's trying to, you know what I'm saying, cut corners. So you don't cut corners when you talk to the, you know what I'm saying, to the heavyweights and this, that, and the third, because evidently that person had proved themselves. Yeah. And speaking as in Virginia-wise, they proved themselves because you step to them. Yeah. You see what they doing, they got something going on. So they say, yo, like, somebody come in like, yo, Inkz, man, I'm trying to get you to do my marketing campaign. You know what I'm saying? For those who don't know, Inkz does do marketing campaigns. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean, bruh, man, what's up, man? Let's make something happen. Yeah. And then you go through the, no, I like it, bro. Okay, what's your budget? All right, well, to get started, you know, it's $1,500. You know what I'm saying? Simple number. You know what I'm saying? $1,500, get you started. That makes sure that basically with that, I'll be able to get your business, make sure all your, you know, paperwork is legit, da-da-da-da. $1,500. Then it's like, man, I could do that on my own, da-da-da-da. Yeah. See, they don't, you know what I'm saying?
That's exactly how the conversation goes.
You know what I'm saying? So that's out of there because they not respecting your platform. Yeah. If they respect your platform, if we respect each other's platform to the really go-getters, then you'll know who to approach, because the ones that they kind of respect, as they don't approach them. They don't come to Foot halfway. You know what I'm saying? They already know, like, man, all right, hey, Foot, I got to, man, what's up, man? I need to get on the radio, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you already gonna have your stuff together. But when it comes to the other people that actually move and shake all over the market, you know what I'm saying, then it's everybody trying to cut corners. And then everybody turns right back around, because this is thing that's killing me, is like, man, we need to come together. There ain't nobody. I said, what you mean? Everybody's coming together. Yeah. I see more features on music today than 5 years ago. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, but the same time is, it's not about everybody coming together. It's about that one person not supporting you. So now it's like, man, the city, but you not man enough and woman enough to be like, go to that person and tell them, yo, rock with me, and let it go. So you use it as you go broad with it, like, man, we need to come together. I'm like, what you mean? You got, you know what I'm saying? You got the fan base over here, you know what I'm saying? I'm dropping names all day through here, you know what I'm saying? I love my city, I love my mark, I love my state.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a whole movement down in 757, you know what I'm saying? You got, like, you got Noah, you know what I'm saying? Noah, and Black Liquid, they more on that lyrical, conscious rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got a whole movement going on, but they're from the city. You know what I'm saying? Just because you might not listen to it doesn't mean you can't support or whatnot. You can't knock what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, there's really no sound. Like, everybody be like, yo, ATL got they sound. Nah, because Gucci Mane don't sound like Jeezy. Jeezy don't sound like Gucci Mane. T.I. don't sound like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own type of sound. You might got a little, you know what I'm saying, they little BPM type era or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? But lyrically, it's not really a Pacific sound. So it's like, when, like, back then, everybody worshiped, like, yo, when Big Giddy and them had a show, the bird went. You know what I'm saying? The Tri-Cities came up and supported them. Dedicated Boys had a show. The city was over there. Like, these cats hide. Like, because, you know, at the same time, we was hand-to-hand CDs and all that. Now, everybody wants, what's hurting the city is, you ain't supported me because I feel like you ain't supported me, man. You need to come together. Nah, they want you to drop everything you doing
to support
to get on what they got going on. And it's not even about being first. I can support you. I can be supporting you behind closed doors. Yeah. Guess what? I might be sitting in the crib and got a playlist going, and 2 or 3 of your songs could be on my playlist.
Or you might know somebody and just push a button for somebody.
Exactly. And it's not even, and then but the other person end up killing it before they even figure out, or before the blessing even come, by putting those type of things. No, man, we all unified. Like, in the DJ world, man, I rock with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the flaws or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I walk in the building, DJ shot me out. DJs walking in the building with me, and I see him, I shot them out. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's better than the other. You got it popping right now, and you moving great. Yo, keep it going. Makes it good for us. Open doors up for others. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, for me, I can walk in the club with the relationships I had with a lot of the DJs, and yo, play this. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many DJs, I don't want to start dropping names.
Yeah, for sure.
And then somebody be like, yo, man, you ain't shot me out. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the whole 2 Up 2 Down DJs. You know what I'm saying? VA DJs like that. We gonna put it like that. And
VA DJs. Good ring to that.
Nice little rings to that. You know what I'm saying? And I can walk in and be like, yo, play the joint. And they'll play it. But at the same time, I might be like, yo, man, what you drinking on? Boom, you know, because I'm already coming in hot. Yeah. If I'm in there, I rock with you. Because if I can't listen, you know what I'm saying, you ain't up to par, man. I'm not going to knock you. I'm just not going to come in the building. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this. Like, so I talk to a lot of independent artists, and one of their biggest thing is the DJs in the city don't support me. I can't get no DJ to play my music. What?
Oh man, I love this.
What do you think?
Because it's big. You know what I'm saying? It's big. I just seen it trending down on the social media and everything. And some of my DJs, yo, they kind of wrong about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't need no artist to buy me no drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, give me a drink or nothing like that. Nah, the problem is you don't support yourself. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And it might sound crazy, but I'm going to say it again. The reason why the DJs ain't playing your music is because you don't support yourself. So why should I support you? Meaning that you ain't put in no work. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really think you that, just because you went in the studio, you recorded, and you might did a little extra and got it mixed and mastered. Yeah. And then you threw it up you did a little quick little video with your cell phone, and you know what I'm saying, looked pretty good, used a little, you know, one of the little apps to make it a little crazy, you know what I'm saying, and threw it up on social media. Now everybody supposed to play it because you got a couple of, you know, you come in, either it was just you and a couple of your homies or you and a couple girls or whatever, and I'm supposed to just play it. Nah. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, even the ones they trying to say who's popping now, guess what? Nobody's in the clubs coming to the DJs requesting your song. You see what I'm saying? If you turned up like that, then somebody gonna walk in. Like I said, back in that era, hey, yo, man, play Booty Bounce. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, these are VA anthems. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, give me some of that 804 boys, man. You know what I'm saying? Give me some of that. You know what I'm saying? That Big Get It, you know, and Cut Back. You know, all that they was requesting these songs.
So people, regular people, was coming.
Yes, because they put in that work. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and shout out to like some of the young ones that actually boom, because in the younger crowd, you know what I'm saying, that 18 plus, Fela had it on lock with his Ratchet song. You know what I'm saying? I go do a teen party. Hey, can you play Ratchet? You know what I'm saying? So I put in that word. Oh, shout out to Roddy Ride. Where the twerk is at? And a lot of people, I'm going to go ahead and put a little history on that. I was the first DJ to play that. Roddy, you know that. I still waiting on my check too.
Hey, but shout out, man. Shout out.
But yeah, man, but like, shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? They came up and asked for those music. You know what I'm saying? Those records. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm dropping artists' names, but if I'm in the Bird, they want Fresh Porter. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my little brother.
Hey, hold on, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not familiar with the Peacebury scene as much as I should be, because if you're in Richmond, a lot of times you're just not in tune with Peacebury.
Right.
But Sleek was the first person I heard talk about Rich Porter. Like, Sleek was talking about Rich Porter a long time ago. I mean, Fresh Porter. Yeah. A long time ago. Like, I'm like, who the hell is Fresh Porter? Like, I think bro was in jail at the time, right?
Yeah.
And Sleek was talking about this, man. I'm like, man, nobody, well, I ain't gonna say nobody, but people in the city wasn't really talking about him like that. Right. And you was one of the main ones
that's my little
talking
brother,
about Fresh Porter, man.
Yeah,
so
that's my little brother.
How did that come about, bro?
That's
Because you've been holding brother in for a minute.
Man, me and Fresh, put it like this, Fresh is like the nucleus of my movement. You know what I'm saying? Because Fresh put me and Penelope together.
Oh, that's
without
crazy.
even setting it up like that. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, Sleep, I'm just a DJ, this, that, the third. We started on the grind back then, and he was on the ride, but he was young. You know what I'm saying? My homie was out there. You know what I mean? He was young. He got caught up. You know what I'm saying? Took the consequences right on the chin. You know what I'm saying? Did his bid. So at that time, he was bubbling, but he introduced us. And it was more like we'll pull up. He probably be getting some paperwork from Penelope. I'm like, hey, that's all it was just, hey. You know what I'm saying? And quick conversation. They might have their quick conversations, and it's just like, I'm sitting back, but it was just, we constantly kept seeing each other. That's the only way we see each other was when Fresh pull up. So when he went, you know what I'm saying, went to go do the bid, it was like, she reached out. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, this is what I'm trying to do. I want to get in this game. I want to take over. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you know what I'm saying? And she wanted to work with her nephew, which is Lil So. You know what I'm saying? He's featured on my single, Live in the Trap. You know what I'm saying? So we just went like that. And I'm just telling people because he already had the hunger. And at the same time, I can't leave my other partner, my other big brother out, Rolo, Living in Virginia Entertainment.
Shout out Rolo, man.
Fresh put us together. You see what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Fresh, that's how me and Rolo linked up. And we got a crazy history that we didn't even know back then, because his mom was my great grandma house nurse. So his mom was like a mom to me. But he was out doing him.
You talking about Fresh?
No, Rolo.
Rolo, okay.
Yeah, Living in Virginia Entertainment. Like, yo, his mom known me since I was 14. And at that time, he was, you know what I'm saying, so he was a grown man doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? So we never crossed paths until crazy. I got with Fresh. And Fresh was like, yo, Roll, man, he used to always get on Roll, like, man, put me on the ticket, man, get me popping, man, believe in. We trying to get Roll to believe in the movement. But at the time, Roll was still doing you know, everybody was at, but the thing about it was everybody was at a starting point. It was crazy. Everybody was just starting. You know what I'm saying? Roll did doing a couple parties. And she started just getting into the music industry. Of course, I had my history because I was been with Foot. But at the same time, as a really, really working with, this was like my third artist that I was really rocking with. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo.
What year was this? What year was that?
This is like, what, 2011, 2012, 2014.
Sheesh.
This 2014. It definitely is all 2014.
Sheesh.
And like he was the nucleus of it. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Basically, without him, this triangle don't form. You know what I'm saying, at all. But it's like he the dot, and it's crazy, like a crazy design. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But he's the dot in the middle, and he put all 3 points together. Like there's no We Live in the Trap, DJ Sleep Easy without Fresh Porter.
That's crazy.
There's no Penelope J13 Productions without Fresh Porter. There's no Living Virginia Entertainment without Fresh Porter. Meaning that, not saying that we all wouldn't have our own separate entities going on, but at the level where we at, because we all joined forces and made moves, Fresh Porter is the nucleus of all that. And I always respect
put
that.
the situation together.
Yeah, so when he came home, I'm like, I already knew, you know what I'm saying? We done had the conversations over the phone, you know what I'm saying? They've been talking back and forth. That's like one of her other sons, you know what I'm saying? Like I told you, she takes them all in the wing, and like these her kids. They not clients, you know what I'm saying? They her kids to her. So it's like, and then when he came home, it's like, okay, first day out track come, you know what I'm saying? And we just take off. Like, he was hungry, you know what I'm saying? And it was just crazy from there. Then, you know, our movements went in separate directions. There's no falling. I'm gonna put it out there right now. There's no falling out with me and Fresh Porter. Okay. We walk in the building, it's straight. I mean, we hug each other like my brother, like we just met. Like, man, I ain't seen you in like 3 months. What you been doing? Blah, blah, blah. And it's that. And then we kind of stop what we doing. We don't care who's around. And it's one-on-one, you know what I'm saying? So there's no drama out there between us, you know, and our movements went in separate directions. I'm moving with Adventure Music at the time, and he was basically back on his grind, and it's like he was starting back over, but he was in the mud. So it's like, dang, I want to get in the mud with you, Fresh, but I got to be over here. Yeah. So now it's kind of like, you know, other people get involved and this, that, and the third.
I think that just happens with business anyway. Right. Like, it's no bad blood. It's just you growing in two different directions.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But if you see each other, it's still the same as people you ain't seen in years. But if you see them today, it's all up.
Right, man. We sitting there, yo, what you want, man? What you drinking? This, that, and the third, man. Who with you? You know what I'm saying? All that every time it's like he already know. He pick up the phone up and call any of our numbers, and then, you know what I'm saying? It is like, like day one, you know what I'm saying? We go back, 8 years ago, you know what I'm saying? It's the same love.
I don't want people to miss this. It's just, he's saying important things right now when it comes to artists and relationships and building those bonds over time, was all the things you said turned into something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times, artists, you guys don't take advantage of different relationships.
Right.
If he ain't never reached out to Sleep, he might not even met Pete. Or he might not even put the situation with Rolo, you know what I'm saying? So it's important to foster those relationships, and you ain't always got to be looking to get something out of it.
Right.
It could be genuine, because to me, the most genuine stuff is the ones that
that's
actually
when everything comes.
From it.
Yeah,
you know
that's when everything comes.
When he was putting y'all together, he probably
it was never. It was like, to him, in his eyes, it was 3 separate pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I got Penelope over here. That's my business. That's my advisor. She getting my paperwork right. She makes sure everything gravy, you know what I'm saying? Contracts, this, that, and the third. Okay, Sleep, you my DJ. Get my music playing out there. Road, you like almost like a road manager. Get me on some stages. But it was like, I don't need Sleep with Road or Pete. Like, he didn't need, like, in his eyes, it's like, okay, I go here, go there. It's just like in the corporate world. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You go to one side of one wing, you do whatever over here, then you go to the other wing, you do whatever over there. But the 2 wings don't never really join forces. Together, but they kind of like, they're working together without even knowing. They're just, I mean, like in the grocery store, you run the cashier, but you don't know what's going on the loading dock. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So then the stock rooms and all of that, but you know what's going on up front, but y'all are all working hand in hand. But it just came together like, it was natural. Like, you'd have thought we all grew up together. Like, we was all from the same neighborhood. The way it just joined in. Like, and I always appreciate that from him. That's, like I said, man, that's my little brother, man. So like, that's my other little brother. So regardless, it's like, you know, I got his back. I know he got mine. So it's nothing to it.
Shout out Fresh, man. Yeah. So like I was saying, far as the DJs, you know, I know you spoke on a couple of things as far as artists approaching you. What is some suggestions for artists getting their music played?
When you approach the DJ, just be on business. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people come on that homeboy stuff.
Yeah.
It's business. I'm in my office right now. You see what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, bruh? You know what I'm saying, man? Yo, can you play my joint, man? Or you know what I'm saying? Just come. I ain't saying you gotta come up here like you in a shirt and tie, but if you coming up, you trying to get your record played. That means your mindset is on marketing. Yeah. That's business.
So approach you like that.
Yeah, approach me on business. Like it's not because you'd be surprised what a person or a DJ will do or whatnot. But if you approach him on some business, you know what I'm saying? You might approach a DJ that's so hungry, he just gonna do it because you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm trying to get in with these guys. You know what I'm saying? The whole time, you basically, the DJ don't realize that he is getting in with them because he's playing the record. And if it's like in business, you know what I'm saying? There's fees. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's fees different.
Hey, man,
you know
you
what I'm saying?
Pay to play, man.
Yeah, this game now, you know what I'm saying? Today is just a straight hustle. You know what I'm saying? Everything's a hustle. You know what I mean? Everybody trying to look. You see the pandemic. You got to find $1. You know what I'm saying? You got to figure out how to make $1. So, man, and that's basically it. As long as you come on business, you're not. And then thing about business is you're not always gonna come to an agreement. Yeah. Look at like if y'all like watch football. Look at Devontae Adams. Yeah. Business. Green Bay ain't want to pay him. Okay. I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? That's just business. Ain't bad blood.
I think that's a key thing. I don't want y'all to miss that because a lot of times artists take it as he dissing me or he don't mess with me or something like that. No, it's just business.
It's just business, bro. That's it, man. Nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you like this. If we friends or not, you know what I'm saying, we could be best of friends and we not gonna be best of friends. We ain't gotta see each other day in life. I still gotta pay that same rent that I gotta pay every month that I've been paying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
that ain't changing.
You know, that's not changing because we're friends or because we're not friends. I still got my situation hand in hand. Yeah. My equipment, I gotta still pay for this. I still gotta keep this up to par. So regardless, and then you gotta think I'm providing a service. You know what I'm saying? We're not playing video games and that. I'm actually, I bet you if you call Amazon and be like, yo, I want you to distribute my music out in the street through them packages, they gonna charge you a fee. You know what I'm saying? So the same way you want me to distribute your music to these people is, it's a fee. I'm providing a service. This is what I get paid for is to play records. That's my service. So
I think, I don't cut you across, but I think like I just don't want people to miss the things you're saying. Like you're saying key important things. And a lot of that comes down to just respect. Like you said,
it's just respect.
Respecting somebody's hustle. Because most artists nowadays, they don't want to do nothing for free.
No, exactly.
They don't want to do nothing
you know what I'm
free.
saying? And I mean, and it's all about your demand, man. It's all about your demand. Like, so, I mean, I know this, you know, these things out here, you know, these misguided people out here, you know what I mean, speaking on, you know, like, kind of change the subject, but not so much, but like they trying to tell these artists, yo, be independent. Okay, cool. But then they turn around, you pay attention to them. Hey, I'm who want to sign to such and such? Yeah. But just the last podcast you put up, you told me to be independent. Yep. So you telling me to be independent, why am I gonna sign to you? Yep. I'm not independent no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically like my opinion. And if you from the trap, all these rappers are they from the streets. Yeah. They don't even realize they been to 360 did their whole life. You see what I'm saying? Like straight up. Like basically the plug provide you a product. Yeah. You go put all the work in for that product and you bring the bread back and guess who get the bulk of the money? Sound like you know what I'm saying? Sounds like a 360 deal. Like the label give you the bulk, put up the bulk of the money, give you the product. You did all the work. You recorded the song. You know what I'm saying? You wrote the song. Yeah. You did all the work for it, you know, help get it out there. But once it manifests to the bread, who get the bulk of the money? Because the label put the bread. If you don't have no money, you see what I'm saying? You just got to know how to flip it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have no bread, bro, independence not for you.
I be trying to tell people that, bro, everybody is glamorizing independent, but you don't really understand what independent is. So for you've been doing this shit for a minute, so you just seen the independent, you seen people with the labels.
Right.
What's, in a simple term so people can understand, what's the difference between being fully independent, not backed by nobody, and being with a label?
I'm put it like this. Okay, if you backed by a label, that means you live with your mama. Yeah. If you independent, that means you live on yourself. You live by yourself. Yeah. That means you got to pay the rent, the light bills, the car notes, the insurance. You got to put groceries. You got to clean the house. You got to wash your clothes. You got to do everything. Yeah. Every little thing just in living. That's fully independent. You know what I'm saying? But if you with a label, Mom gonna get the groceries, you know. She might just call you, hey, son, meet me outside, you know what I'm saying, bring the bags in. Or, you know what I'm saying, make sure you put your clothes up. And if mom's separating the clothes, all you gotta do is put them up. When she bring the laundry in the room, the clothes are already folded. All she actually do is just put them where they're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me come back in here in the morning or a couple of hours later and the basket's still full of clean clothes, you know. Or, you know what I'm saying, you just got to clean your room, but you ain't got no bills. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to pay for nothing. You might even be working, but you still kind of like, you know what I'm saying, you got that help behind it.
Yeah.
But independent, nah, bro, you got to go you got to figure out the hours of the day you got to pull them 40 hours in. You got to figure out the time to clean up. You'll keep your house in order. You got to figure out a time. If you got a little one, you know what I'm saying, spend that time with your child. You got to, you know what I'm saying, your leisure time. You know what I'm saying? You got to put everything in order. There's no help. There's no sack. You try to bring people in. Yeah, that's like your girl. You know what I'm saying? You bring your wife in. Now you kind of got her to help you out a little bit. That's your homeboys, your managers and stuff like that.
I don't want y'all to miss that way he explained it, but that's a perfect way of explaining it, because when one of the biggest things being independent, you really gotta take your money and invest into yourself. Exactly. I think Yo Gotti said it. He was like, how many people gonna get $1 million and invest $900,000?
Right.
The average person that get $1 million that never had $1 million
ain't gonna invest but $100.
You're not taking no $900,000 and put into music that you're not 100% believe in yourself.
Exactly.
And that's being independent. And
Right.
how many people actually got the mind frame to gamble on that stuff? They never had $1 million, and they can take the only $1 million they got and put the whole thing into themselves.
Exactly. And that's what I said again, man. That's just like you said, believing in yourself. That's when the opportunities comes. Like, damn, yo, that dude going hard. He putting it all into it. Now you got Joe Blow in the cut.
Yeah.
Probably is like a 3.5 millionaire, you know what I'm saying? Be like, yo, man, what's up? Man, let me put up, I got a quarter. You know what I'm saying? To invest. This, that, and third, and things start to manifest and go up from there. But again, like, you can build, because the way the America is built, it's off of other people's money.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
OPM, other people's money.
That's it, bro. Like, everything you can look at, I don't care whom, what. These Arabs coming in off the government's money.
Yeah.
They get all these grants and loans.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They take that money, open up these mom and pop stores out here, these little corner stores and everything, and sell the hood all the blunts they want, all the wraps they want, you know, all the Newports and everything else, sell all the biz. But they started off with the government's money. They ain't come over here with the whole sack and like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna buy a building, boom, boom, boom. And then they manifested from there to, you know, other stuff.
That's a key. That's another key. A key thing, man. Most people don't start their business with their money.
Money, exactly.
They started with somebody else's money. The bank, good credit, loan,
right?
Mom believed in them. Somebody believed in them. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's a key thing. I think a lot of people be taking like, I gotta be a boss and I gotta use my own money to do what I got. Nah, bro, them people ain't use their own money. That money's still in the bank.
It's still in the bank.
They using the bank money because they know this is a gamble. This might not work at the end of the day.
Exactly. And I can make payments. You know what I'm saying? I gotta pay it off at one time. It's payments. So I mean, like, so basically, in like the whole thing with this thing is like, bro, if you ain't got the bread, man, don't be afraid of a 360. Just remember, it's an opportunity. Okay, boom. The label give you $500,000. That don't mean probably ain't the right time to get mom that house. Probably ain't the right time to get all them chains and stuff.
Yeah.
Probably ain't the right time, you know what I'm saying, for those investments. But instead of buying mom that big house, why not pay off 2 years worth of rent? You see what I'm saying? That might be the move. You know, it's like, mom, it ain't the time, but guess what? You ain't got to worry about rent for the next 2 years. I already paid it. You know what I'm saying? Now you can kind of spend your money elsewhere. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I always use my mans, you know, shout out to her, but like Ludacris, when you seen Ludacris first came, when Luda first came out, Luda put the game out there early. When Luda first came out, the label gave him the deal. You know, he signed. Boom. But you remember the Chicken and Beer album?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Cold.
Yo, babe, what's your fantasy and all that? That man didn't get those. He didn't go out and get the V12 rentals and built all this high budget. He called the homies. He got the chicks. Like, he married the city girls in the video. You know what I'm saying? He ain't, we don't need no eye candy. He didn't get those label eye candies and all that. And he even told the story a little bit. And I'm kind of saying it in my own words, but like when he got that advancement, he put it in the bank. And what happens when it sit in the banks? It increase interest. So every time the interest hit, the next interest is way more because it's a higher profit in that. Higher, you know what I'm saying? And then when it came time for him to move on his own, and they were talking about that bread, yo, what about that money we gave you? He got his to the side. He done flipped it. Oh, man, here. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, yo, these the exact same serial number that you know what I'm saying, that you gave.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Here go a little interest on top of it. You know what I'm saying? And be back on. That's how y'all gotta think. I understand. That's why when it comes to these labels, they going younger because they know the younger
more
kids.
impressionable.
Yeah, their mindset not there yet to think like that. So it's like they can keep that, they can get that control. Then they throw all this lavishness in front of their faces. Like, oh, it's not about them, man. I came from nothing. Some of y'all ain't even, you probably have came from nothing, but at the same time, your mental not there yet. You know what I'm saying? You really don't get it till after you pass 25. But you know what I'm saying? Our mentals ain't there. So when that come, now that's why you see more of the younger cats getting on. Then, like back then, we was young, but at the same time,
you wasn't that young though.
Yeah, but the thing I would say is, like, I have no sympathy of anyone signing a bad deal.
You read
because
it.
That ain't even that. But because it's on social media every day. Yeah, such and such just signed a bad deal. All the details of it.
That's what I can say. Back then, you didn't have social media,
right?
So you had to learn from your mistakes.
Exactly.
Or somebody that you personally know. But if you coming out the middle of the street, you might don't know nobody.
Right.
Now on social media, you look at social media every day and see somebody sign a bad deal. And you still going to sign a bad deal.
Exactly. It's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? What? It's almost, like, oh, I can do it better. Like, oh, how can you do it better if you got the same
terms?
Exactly. So, man, it's all right there. And like we saying it right now on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's a million podcasters out there. It's a million interviews, many personal blogs, everybody putting their stories, you know what I'm saying? You got all these documentaries, all of that out there for them. It's just one thing you got to just research, you know what I'm saying? Even if you don't understand it, y'all got the biggest thing in the world that ever been created. Y'all got Google.
Man, you go on Google and type anything you want,
anything in. You can make up a word, I bet you Google will find it and make an explanation of it.
Can you imagine? Like, because at one, you didn't have Google, so you had to walk to the library. You had to walk to the library, look up the encyclopedia or whatever you trying to look for.
Exactly.
Actually sit there and read that.
Right.
Like, you first got to walk to the library. Or how you getting there? A lot of people probably didn't have a car, so you walk the bus.
Right.
Can you imagine people doing that nowadays?
Man, no way.
Walking to no library?
No, they're not walking to no library at all. You lucky if you even catch a ride. Like, the city bus is free, and they still ain't gonna get. They ain't going in that library. Is almost like juvenile detention or something. They not going in there, man. But at the same time, though, it's like it's right there. Like, that's one thing I can say about my situation is I learn from a lot of people's mistakes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I watch from afar, and a lot of people be shocked that I know everything that's going on, but a lot of times I'm not on the scene. And it's all because, y'all put the whole thing on social media. Y'all put everything on social media. So I sit back. I know I know which DJs is really getting the bag. And I know which DJs is just, you know what I'm saying, going for the long. Yeah, faking until they make you along for the ride. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you trying to put yourself out there, but the whole time you living off the other hustle. You know what I'm saying? Your other income, DJ ain't paying for it. You know what I mean? Man, ain't nothing wrong with that, but this is to a certain degree, you know what I mean? My thing is, key thing is this, you ain't gonna make it till you accept your reality.
God damn, you gotta say that again. Say that.
You ain't gonna make it till you accept your reality. Because if you faking it, you gotta fake it all the time. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pretend now. So now when you putting on this lavish lifestyle out there, and so when the broke days come, now you got to duck and hide your tail, it's in the corner because you can't be seen without that. Because you go up in the club and shorty walk up on you and be like, yo, what's up on some drinks? Yeah. And the day you just pay rent, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got it. Yeah. So it's like, oh man, you messing your
Your
image up.
yeah.
But if you ain't, I'm like me, I set my reality to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? I don't perpetrate nothing. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't do none of that. You know what I mean? This is who I am, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I don't walk in the club. I didn't did the lavish life. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do the bottle popping days, the craziness. You know what I'm saying? Me and my team, man, we used to run 10K tabs up. You know what I'm saying? That used to be the tab at the end. There's nothing, you know, those days. You know what I'm saying? We did that. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like I'm investing. That, and I wish I went, if I would go back then, if I understood investing then into really going in with it, ain't no telling where I would be at right now. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm investing. You know what I'm saying? Like I put back into my career. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with, you know, showboating, having a good time. Oh, you gotta have that. That's part of the game, bro.
It's a package.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? You work hard, you play hard. You know what I'm saying? Your work is playing. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, but basically, man, you gotta accept your reality, man. You don't accept your reality, man. Oh man, I already know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta do that.
Most definitely, man. So every time I have somebody on the show, I always ask them the same question.
Okay.
Artists that's on their last leg, they ready to give up. They going through it right now.
Right.
They've been doing this for 10 years and they still can't get a pop. What would you tell them? What would be some advice you would tell them?
Man, again, first you gotta accept your reality. You know what I'm saying? And when you accept your reality, like, okay, man, this ain't working. You gotta go back and analyze what you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like the little scene on Tyler Perry movie. I think it's the first one. Why did I get married? And shorty girl asked them. They was in the Janet Jackson. You know what I'm saying? The girl asked her, this is what I want you to do. Take a piece of paper on one side, watch all the good on one side, and then flip it over, write down all the bad. Which one's weigh the most? Now, if your good side is way longer than your bad side there, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, it is the same thing with your, man, if you love this and this is what you want to do, can't nothing stop you from doing that. Yeah, it's going to be rough. It's going to be tough. It's you got to think, man, it's a business. It's entrepreneurship. It's going to be those dry spells, you know what I'm saying? But you just got to stay focused and not get distracted. You know what I'm saying? Who cares what Joe Blow and them doing? Okay, they winning now, but your opportunity will come. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to keep up with them. You know what I'm saying? Keep up with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see a lot of cats, I be like, oh, man, they getting it. Okay, that man, he getting booked here, he doing this, they doing that. This, that, and the third, they moving. I'm over here trying to work my way back in. You know what I'm saying? But I just kept, you know what I'm saying? I use that as motivation, not as hatred. You know what I'm saying? So like I tell them, man, just, bro, you just gotta believe, man. If this is really what you want, and just change. You got to make the changes. You can't keep pouring water and grits. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually later on expecting them to thicken up. If you got more water than you got the grits in there, you know what I'm saying? You got to change up. That means, okay, I want to get it thicker. Well, maybe if you add more, stop pouring water and change the ingredients to pouring some grits in there, then they'll thicken up. But, you know, and that's it. Like, people keep constantly doing the same thing over and over and expect something different. It's not going to happen. It's definitely not going to happen. But, you know, man, like I said, man, if you built for it, man, keep going. If not, I definitely understand. It's a stressful game, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? Because sometimes it might not been for you, but you made memories. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate your memories. So I don't want to sit and be like, nah, tell everybody, don't give up. And then some, you know, it just might not be, see, the whole time you trying to be the rapper, but you might need to be the manager. Or you know what I'm saying? You might need to be the A&R, or you might be the street team. Like, you might be the dude. You get out there, you got that mannerism where you can interact with people and they just attach to you. Oh shoot, man, and get them to believe in almost anything. You on the street team, bro. Yeah. Get them like, yo, rock with us. You know what I'm saying? That might be your whole goal, and that's basically what it is. You might be in the wrong position. You know what I'm saying? More so, and guess what? all those positions I just named make more money than the artist. You know what I'm saying? You know
I
what I'm
only
saying?
see one part of it, man. It's a lot of people behind that artist, man.
That's what's great about this podcast. Like, it's, you know, you got 9-figure DJs out there, yo. 8-figure DJs out there getting it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them and can walk right in the mall and
same thing as artists.
Artists, yeah, right. Managers, you know what I'm saying? Executives, like getting it off in this industry and living that same lavish lifestyle. Just the artist is just it's like the commercial.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's the front piece.
Yeah, that's it. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, man, if this is what you want, man, you got to go get it, man. You just got to keep grinding, stay focused, stay in the trap. You know what I'm saying? Trap all day, trap all night. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I say live in the trap, it's just doing what you got to do, man. It's just putting in work. Trapping is work. You know what I'm saying? No matter, it ain't always about being on the corner. You know what I'm saying? Out here trying to sell, selling rocks and drugs and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's a trapper, you know what I'm saying? Even if you do a 9 to 5, you in there, girl trapping. She in there doing hair all day, you know what I'm saying? Pulling 12 hours straight. She done did micro braids. She done put some tracks in. You know, I got a daughter now, so I'm learning all these different styles and everything. Yeah. She been doing, you know what I'm saying, hitting dreads, getting us all twisted up. She done pulled, man, that's trapping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Barbers. You in that McDonald's, you flipping burgers, man. You in that hot kitchen and trying to get, man. You trapping. You when you in McDonald's, you live in the trap. If you in that cubicle, you live in the trap.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So that's what it is, man. And, you know what I mean. Just stay focused. That's all I can tell you.
Most definitely, man. So it was a pleasure having you on, bro. I want to make sure people get in contact with you, can keep in touch with you. How can they find you, bro? And what do you have currently going on right now that we can support you with?
Oh, okay. Basically right now, man, shout out to my team, man. Shout out to Rap A Lot Midwest. Shout out to Trust the Process, you know what I'm saying? My whole team, we all over, man. That's a whole movement, bro. We coming. We got a thing going on right now called 40 Days, 40 Nights. We dropping like 80 tracks every day for the next 40 days straight. I think we on weekday, and I'm trying to get my math together. 8? Day 8 right now, you know what I'm saying? So we got 32 days, you know what I'm saying? Just type in the word Trust the Process and a million IGs, Snapchats, TikToks is just gonna pop up. You know what I'm saying? All different states, you know what I'm saying? We got a chapter in almost over 20 states, like 25 states we got chapters in. Rap A Lot Midwest, you know what I'm saying? We shout out to the whole gang, you know what I'm saying? But I just dropped a new single today, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I'm saying? I just dropped a single April 8th, you know what I'm saying? Called Why You Hating, featuring myself, Doe the Paperboy, and Low Semi, which is like my artist as well, you know what I'm saying? But we kind of like on that old school DJ Kulu, Fabulous, you know what I'm saying? So anything that got my name, I'm a part of. Low Semi's a part of it, you know what I'm saying? Like every Clue mixtape, Fabulous had like 3 or 4 pieces on that mixtape, you know what I'm saying? Freestyles or whatever. So basically, Why You Hating available on all digital platforms, you know what I'm saying? Go get that, stream that. Send your feedback, you know what I'm saying? All DJs, I got the service packs coming to y'all real soon.
Look out for that.
Basically, man, just follow me on all platforms, all social media platforms. Real simple. It's DJ Sleep Easy, which is DJ SLEEPEZ. That's on every single platform. Nothing different on none of them, you know what I'm saying? So you can find me there. Or, you know what I'm saying? Always link up with Penelope J13 Productions. Or
sure.
Live in Virginia Entertainment, or like I said, man, Rap A Lot Midwest, Trust the Process, man. That's what we got popping off right now.
Most definitely, man. So again, bro, it was a pleasure having you on,
man. I appreciate you, man.
Pleasure, man. You a legend, bro, and I gotta show you respect, man. You paved the way for a lot of people, and you did your thing, man. I just seen you working, man. You never stop working, man. So shout out, and I appreciate you. Again, man, this is Who's That Podcast. We're interviewing the dopest people behind the scenes. Make sure you look out for us next.
Word, man. Not to cut it off at the end, man, but I appreciate you, man, that actually taking those jewels of you being under my wing. You know what I'm saying? I sit back and watch you grind. I'm like, Dad, he got it. He saw it. He understood it. You know what I'm saying? And you catapulted to the point now You know what I'm saying, man? Bro, I'm applaud you for that, man. You know what I'm saying? We got the sound effects, man. Make sure you put a round of applause on that joint from her, man. Inkz, man. I appreciate you, man. Real talk, man. Real talk.
Most definitely, man. Hey, yo, we out of here, man. Catch us on the next episode.